underreported stories. And for this, Ryan, we're going to go north of the border.
That's right. The CFL, they have decided to basically, they just announced that they're taking away full contact practice in pads. They used to have it 14 practices, at least 14 times a year. 17 times. The NFL has 14, and they're going to take that off. They're doing it to basically keep the players safer. Now, some people are coming in on the other side of this. So they're saying that they're doing it to protect linemen. There are some linemen out there that say we need to stay sharp. And in order to stay sharp, we need to practice in full pads. So I'm not sure this is really helping us. But I think the consensus is this is a really great move because the less practice you have, full contact in pads, the safer guys are going to be. I think it's a really great move.
Right, and this, it's all part of a conversation that we've been having now for a long time. How are we going to make football a sport that can continue to be played safely? How are we going to make it safer? Is it better not to have padding? Is there a reason why guys who played in the 50s and the 60s before all of this equipment was essentially weaponized might not be suffering the same cognitive effects that guys have in the last couple of decades? So much of the science is in its infancy, but it seems clear, obviously, if you're taking fewer hits in practice every week, that's better. That's clear. Yep. If we're taking away all of the equipment, that might be better. I mean, one thing players will tell you, you guys all know this, the helmets are weapons. But if you take the helmets away, then you get broken necks, which is what they used to get. So this, it's all part of the way that we are developing football to be a less dangerous game.
And what's not a coincidence here is that the new commissioner of the Canadian Football League, for the first time in, I believe, in about 15 or 20 years, is a former CFL player, Randy Ambrosie, who vividly can understand, and again, you talk about the science, the repetitive nature of subconcussive hits. What to me is fascinating is what the takeaway will be here in the United States. We're still at least a couple of years away from the negotiations beginning, and of course the OTAs and the restrictions on practices. That's all part of the bargaining process down here. This is a powerful marker that's been put down.
Oh, yeah, completely agree. And I'm interested to see whether or not NFL players are going to call CFL players. There's going to be a lot of discussions over whether they thought that impacted their game on game day or not, or whether over time they see that actually it doesn't impact their game and their sharpness the way, Ryan, you mentioned, the way they think it might.
Yeah.